Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ and in this video we are going to be diving into the first movie review of 2023. Last year had a lot of crazy fun movies, especially in the horror genre, so we're going to be kicking this year off with M3GAN.
Don't provoke 'cause oh we will.
There's been a lot of great M3GANs in history. M3GAN the Stallion, M3GAN Mullally, M3GAN from this movie M3GAN. Wow, I had a absolute blast with this movie. What a campy hot mess, and I mean that in the most complimentary way. I thought this movie knew exactly the tone, the style, the attitude, what it wanted to do. M3GAN had me laughing out loud. It actually had me a bit kind of creeped out in the end. I don't know, there's just a lot going on here. It was a pretty straightforward movie. You could predict it from a mile away, but that does not take away from the entertainment factor. I had a blast with this, and that is one of the most important things, especially in the horror genre, where we're seeing countless movies that just have no distinct style, nothing they want to do, nothing what they want to say. M3GAN knows what it wants to do. It wants to make a campy throwback horror movie. This has a little bit of a puppet master, a lot of Chucky in it, but it also feels original at the same time. There's some new things that they're trying here, a lot of good conversations about grief and what we put into it and where we channel our grief at after and what we do to rely on support, how addictive things can be for us, especially in times of stress. There's a lot going on here, but at the same time, we're watching a killer AI CG doll like murder people. I loved that. There was a lot going on, but it all worked. We saw a director who was competent. We saw actors who delivered the best that they could do with their material. Sometimes Allison Williams looks like she was cold reading that shit. Like, I just got the script for the first time and here are my lines. There's a little bit of that in here, but overall, I got what I wanted to. I sat down expecting what the hell insanity, and I got M3GAN singing Titanium by Sia, to help a little girl go to sleep. Then she would like spray somebody down with a water hose. Like, I got what I needed from this movie. In the movie M3GAN, we see Allison Williams as Gemma, a woman who is having to take care of her younger niece after a tragedy happens in her life. She works at a toy industry, very basically named after Funko, but an AI toy company trying to make a new Furby-ish thing, but she has an idea cooking up called M3GAN, a AI robot girl who is about 4 feet tall and can connect with your kid. She is a little bit, hesitant about doing it, but uses her niece as an example, a prototype for this. And she dives deeper into it and creates M3GAN. M3GAN is now here, and she is very smart, very capable of learning a lot of things, maybe a little too capable, because M3GAN starts taking the power into her own system. She starts saying, I will protect my little friend as much as I can, and M3GAN sure protects her by going after the people who are trying to harm her, making sure Allison Williams and Gemma can't get in her way, trying to stop people from creating different versions of her. She has missions, and M3GAN sure does what the hell she needs to do. Look, we are watching a straight up fun, crazy movie, and the premise, it doesn't need to be too over the top to deliver what it needs to do. It's a simple story in and out, but that allows the M3GAN character to have more fun, that allows the kills to have good set pieces. I loved a lot of them. I think there was a really fun, tense third act when they're in the house and it gets a little creepy, especially when M3GAN starts getting broken down a bit. It gets really creepy. But before that, there's a scene in the woods where a young boy is trying to attack somebody and M3GAN has to come in and defend, and I love M3GAN scenes here. The voice acting, the performance of M3GAN, it's absolutely what it needs to be. She just delivered it. I mean, the little M3GAN dance and all that. Oh my goodness. There is just so many great quotable moments. Like I said, the Titanium moment, M3GAN just being so quick, so sassy, so just in the moment. I can see this being a cult classic in the making. Quotable, like just so many of those moments that you want to rewatch. This is something I want to watch with my friends, that'd be like, oh my god, I saw this movie a couple weeks ago. You have to see what this offers, because it does offer a lot of those like, oh my god moments.
What are you?
I'm M3GAN. Baby,
To be quite honest, I'm a bit tired of the formula. These cheaper, low-budget horror movies that are expected to turn a decent profit. That's exactly what M3GAN is, but what I liked about this is it felt like they were trying to make a cultural moment. You've seen the marketing for M3GAN. You've seen what they've tried to do in establishing something definitive. I liked like a Happy Death Day or the various Purge movies, but this feels like the first time in a while that they're trying to make a pop culture moment. Maybe the second Purge, when they had the cool neon mask, that's the one that it felt like Blumhouse was really trying. They also have things like the Get Out movies and all that they've really pushed the boundaries in other ways. So this feels like a return to form from them. It's not another ghost movie. It's not, it's a gimmicky kind of premise, but it does what it needs to do. I want to see Blumhouse stretch themselves a bit more. They also need to go into the cult classic market, because for horror fans, we're eating things like this up. I mean, James Wan just had not too long ago Malignant, a perfect VH era throwback that so many people liked. That's what this reminded me of a lot. I think James Wan is really finding a groove right now, just making WTF movies. Like, for years he wanted to make his serious ghost films, A Conjuring and Insidious. Now James Wan's like, bitch, I made Aquaman, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to, and I love the power. That man got like $2 billion movies under his belt and said, I'm giving you Malignant and M3GAN. What else do you want? And I want to see whatever the hell James Wan can cook up. Alright everyone, that is it for my review of M3GAN. There's not a lot to say about this movie other than go see it for yourself. If it's in a theater or whenever it's at home, I highly recommend this. It's not like a crazy 10 out of 10 movie, not the best awards winning film, but hell, I'll give M3GAN a supporting actress nomination at this point. She gave me everything I needed. This movie could be for the girls, gays, and theys. It could be for horror-loving fans or people who love campy, over-the-top movies. There's a lot of people that this is going to work for, so I hope M3GAN works for you. What did you think of this review? What do you think of my, I don't know, what do you think of this movie in general? I want to know all your feelings. Share them down in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to Flickering Myth. Alright everyone, let's talk about M3GAN down below.